What is up, guys? Here for the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to take one of the most meta blitz setups in the Madden community and add a little bit of a vintage spin to it. But before we get into the video, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys take the time to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads coming your way here on the Madden YouTube channel. If you guys want to take your game to the next level in Madden 21, check out my strategy site, gridirongameplans.gg. Gridiron Game Plans is your one-stop source for all things competitive Madden. Every week in our Vault update, we take a look at the meta, or the most effective tactics available being used by pro players on the MCS circuit, breaking down not only how and why the pros do what they do, but most importantly, how you can counter those metas when you face them in online gameplay. On top of that, your subscription also includes any and every offensive and defensive game plan released on the website while your subscription is active. So head over to gridirongameplans.gg. $9.95 per month unlocks the entire website. And trust me when I say, you guys are going to want to check out the most recent Vault update. If you guys enjoyed that nickel 245 odd video that I put out here on the YouTube channel just last week, you guys are going to love the new best blitz in the game that I have set up there in the Vault update. I promise you, you guys are going to love it. Go and check it out. And on top of that, you guys can check out the nickel 245 defensive game plan with the best pass rushing cocktail in the game, gap shoots for the most popular runs, coverage setups for all the meta coverage formations. And obviously, you guys need to be checking out my brand new spread offensive game plan. I just dropped it today, March 11th, on the website, with my first installment just being the spread 2x2 stuff. We're talking 4 formations over 2 hours of breakdowns. I'm going to be following up with updates out of ace personnel, doubles personnel, 3x1, and any odds and ends. So there's so much more content to come. That spread offense is one of the hardest to stop offenses in the game if you know what you are doing. And I am excited to bring it to you. I think it's something that's going to help kind of flip that meta, allow you to attack a lot of the man coverage metas for quick, glitchy scores, a lot of different RPO-based plays that you can get creative with. There's so much that you can do in this offense that other playbooks do not afford you the ability to do. So go check it out. All right, enough of that. Let's get into today's video. We are going to be breaking down the 335 odd, which everybody knows at this point. You can find 1,000 videos on this blitz on YouTube. This is nothing new, but I'm going to add a little bit of a vintage spin to it. I think that this is going to make you guys very, very happy if you like to run the 335 odd. So as you guys know, this is a blitz that is agility bound. And what you need is you need to have 79 or less agility if you're playing on all pro. That means anybody playing regs head to head online, or MUT head-to-head online like Weekend League, those are on all pro. Now, if you guys are playing MUT send it to a friend, or you're playing MCS level settings, those are going to be on all Madden. So you're going to want to have 69 or agility for this to work. Now, Cleveland Farrell here on the Raiders, he's got less than 80 agility. We are on all pro, so we're going to use him for this particular tip. Now with this, you're going to want to take a safety and put him at linebacker. That's something that everybody already does anyways, but you're going to want this for a little bit of extra speed. So Eric Harris here on the Raiders, I believe he's 91 speed. I'm going to put him at that left of screen linebacker position. Most importantly, with this blitz, you have to run it flipped. So you need to turn off auto flip. So that way you have your edge rusher off that left edge. Let's go ahead and take the field here. You're going to call any play that has that outside linebacker blitzing. And of course, like I said, you're going to flip it so he's blitzing off the left side. So we'll go ahead and call cover 3 sky here to start. Now, for those that don't know, the main meta setup for the nickel 335 odd at this point is spread your defense. That's right bumper, left analog stick up. And then a lot of players are just going to repress after that to basically keep it so just the D-line and the linebackers are spread. Now from there, you contain, and that is your base pressure. If they send 5 guys out on routes and do nothing else, you're going to get this looping guy around the edge, and it's a free sack on the quarterback. As long as his agility is 79 or lower on all pro, or 69 or lower on all Madden, that is a guaranteed sack if they do not block the running back. Now, if they do block the running back, obviously there are ways to counter this. Now that goes, without saying, I have done content here on the YouTube channel. So for anybody out there that is upset at the fact that this blitz is being shown for the 1,000th time on YouTube, please go back and reference the video in which I show you how to block this. Very, very simple way to block this, and you don't even need to block the running back. But the most simple of adjustments that players will use is to block the running back. And if you do that, yes, it will pick it up. You see right here that the running back is waiting for it, even though the tackle is confused. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you a way to kind of fire back at that adjustment. If they want to block their running back here, blocking Le'Veon Bell, we can still spread our defense and press and contain. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add a little vintage twist to this blitz by spying this player, Harris. And when you spy Harris, you're going to notice that if we just go ahead and let the ball be snapped, that the running back will still pick this blitz up, right? But what we're going to do is spy blitz. So let me go ahead and lay down here. And what that means is that as soon as the ball is snapped, you can click the right stick in on either console, PlayStation or Xbox. That's clicking that right stick in, and it will send your spy. And when you do this, if that running back is blocking, he has to pick up either the edge rusher and let the guy come clean through the B gap right up the middle, or he steps to the inside to pick up the B gap and you're right back in business with your edge pressure coming in. So ball snapped, I click the stick to send him, and right there we end up getting our sack. And actually right there, that was a little bit random. It actually did a pretty good job of cleaning that up. So let me go ahead and do this again here. Contain, and I'm gonna blitz and kind of stand right here. As soon as the ball snapped, we send our spy. Right there, with it being just a five out approach, obviously your edge pressure is coming in. Let me go ahead and reblock the running back and set it up again here. Press, crash up, contain, spy Harris. You're gonna kind of blitz right here. As soon as this ball is snapped, you're gonna click the stick to send him in, and he's gonna have to block that pressure through the A gap, and that's still gonna bring Cleveland Farrell off the edge. So, you know, this is gonna amp this up from a 4-man pressure that the running back can pick up if he blocks to a 5-man pressure where you're right back in business. Now, if you guys like this particular adjustment right here, I promise you're gonna like the new blitz setup that I just put in the vault update. I truly believe that the 2-4-5 odd is the best defensive formation in the game. I said it a couple months ago here on the YouTube channel, and a lot of people said that the 3-3-5 odd was better because you had to move the player off that left edge. And then I just put out that video last week showing a little adjustment you can make in the 2-4-5 odd. I went and took it even a step further to bring to you the best blitz scheme, in my opinion, in all of Madden 21. It is in the most recent vault update on Gridiron Game Plan. So, but this is a pretty darn good blitz in its own right. Obviously, you see right here how the running back who's looking for that edge pressure has to then take the player coming in through the A gap, or else you're going to get a double pressure setup here. So now, what if they start to get kind of crazy with it, right? What if they block that running back? They want to go ahead and slide protect to the left. You know, they want to, you know, make sure that they're picking up this pressure, right? Well, that to me is what's going to make this even better, is that I can now kind of blitz this guy off the edge. And if he doesn't really bump into anybody crazy off that edge, now even if you want to block the running back and slide protect, I can still guarantee pressure with this particular setup. So you're going to see here that if I just send my guy, you know, you should be getting a guy in free. Now, right there, it looked like that guy kind of got nano detected off the edge right there. But, you know, especially if they start to get into some of the more advanced mechanics for blocking this, there are people that know some pretty crazy ways to block this, you know, that involve double teaming and IDing the mic and things like that. If you start to get into more of an approach like that, which is what some of the advanced pro players will do, stuff like this, for instance, this is really where you're going to amp it up, and it's going to be almost impossible to pick this defense up. So you're going to see here how this works. I mean, you're getting 2 guys free when they set up some of the most common blocking schemes for this. So this is a really interesting twist. This spy blitz is kind of a vintage setup that a lot of players used in previous Maddens. And I always think it's important that when you play a game that you try to exhaust things and bring back some older concepts to see if they kind of spice up some blitzes for you. So, you know, for instance, I know one over the past few years that was really popular was kind of that double slot corner blitz setup out of, you know, the 1-4-6. And I know that EA kind of patched that, obviously, but, you know, we've all seen this defense right here, right? Where, you know, you get a guy manned up on the running back, and then when they block the running back, you oftentimes will get, you know, that guy coming in free off the edge like this. You know, you can start to add in some pretty crazy stuff with this, where maybe you start to mix in some of those elements. If you guys remembered, back in those years, you used to see guys that would actually spy one of their linebackers and bring him right off that edge to try to, you know, get the running back to stare at the wrong side. So right here, you know, with this running back blocking, you know, guys would do stuff like this to try to guarantee pressure. Now, obviously, EA did a lot to kind of fix the 1-4-6 and make the targeting better. You know, there are ways to guarantee pressure out of 1-4-6 that aren't like this, but I'm just trying to kind of jog your guys' memory of, you know, what used to be one of the popular ways of guaranteeing pressure And, you know, sending that spy right away used to be a really popular way to do exactly what you see right there, getting that guy free off the edge. So it's kind of like mimicking a delayed rush, right? You snap the ball, kind of let the line open up, and then you send that spy. And what that does is the running back who would get over to the edge if that guy wasn't rushing now has to pay attention up the middle, which then re-guarantees the fact that the guy's coming off the edge. So you can kind of create some interesting little 6-man pressures against 6 guys blocking with the spy blitz out of multiple formations. It's not just the 3-3-5 odd. It's pretty much anything where if you can guarantee edge pressure, you mix in the spy blitz, and that's going to kind of mess with a lot of the techniques that players will use to counter those blocking, counter those slide protections, 90 the Mike type combinations that players will use. So, you know, I mean, this is a concept that you could use in a ton of formations. I mean, it's not just your 3-down lineman stuff. I mean, imagine you want to call like a nickel blitz setup, for instance. You know, run something. Obviously, this type of formation might be a little bit tougher to blitz because it's hard to disguise your intent against a 2x2 spread set, which is one of the benefits to playing spread. But, you know, if you're definitely in something like this bunch stuff, you know, the ability to kind of try to, you know, run some of these spy blitzes and guarantee pressure off the edge. Obviously, you want to make sure your spy is coming from depth, but, you know, the ability to kind of do this and, you know, send a guy, you know, it's going to help guarantee your pressures in some very interesting ways. So right there, that's just a little 6-man pressure against 6 blockers. And it just shows that you can kind of do this out of whatever set you want. So kind of using a vintage style blitz tactic to generate your own organic pressures here. I think it's really good when you set up an overload blitz and you add in a spy blitz on either the same side or coming from the opposite side. The running back will respond accordingly to that, and that can help you guarantee some pressures. Obviously, the 3-3-5 odd is going to be one of the more dangerous formations to do this out of because of how good that looping pressure is already as a meta. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, drop those below as well. If you guys really like this video, make sure you guys go check out the 2-4-5 odd blitz scheme I just put on my website, gridirongameplans.gg. And again, guys, $9.95 per month unlocks the entire website. That's every vault update, as long as your subscription is active, every single offensive and defensive game plan, and I just dropped my brand new spread offense. So hopefully see you guys there on the website. If not, I'll see you guys here with my next video upload. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.